Hello, good morning, students. Let's try to understand the band theory, students. Band theory, right? So, electrical conductivities of the solid metals, electrical conductivities of solid metals, non-metals, and metallites are explained in the term of band theory. Okay, so basically, band theory is to explain the electrical conductivity of metal, non-metal, and metallites. A band is made of closely placed electronic energy level. Okay, so that is valence band and conduction band will be there. There is what they are saying, they are closely placed, student. Band formation can be correlated to formation of molecular orbitals by interaction of atomic orbitals. Refers to standard 11. Let's have a look better. Okay. According to molecular orbital theory, interaction of atomic orbital of combining atom result in the formation of equal number of molecular orbital. So this is what something is based on the molecular orbital. When the atomic orbital combine, they form the molecular orbital and equal number is spread over the entire molecules. So this molecular orbital will be the spreading over the entire molecule. Similar to this interaction of energy level of electrons in the closely spaced constituent atom in the solid result in the formation of bands. Okay. Band theory considered formation of two types of band, namely conduction band and that is valence band. So there are two types of bands are resulting in the overlapping of molecular orbitals. That is, one is the conduction band, another is the valence band. Another important concept of band theory is the gap band. Okay, is the band gap. So let's firstly try to understand the conduction band, dear students. So if you talk about the conduction band, the highest energy band containing the electron is the conduction band. Okay, it is formed by interaction of outermost energy level of closely placed atom in solid. Conduction band may be partially occupied or vacant. Electrons in the conduction bands are mobile and delocalized over the entire solid. They conduct electricity when electrical potential is applied. So what they are saying, students, suppose they are saying that is orbitals are there. Okay, so two types orbitals are there. One they are saying that is the vacant orbital, and that is another is that is filled orbital. So filled orbital is what is they are saying that is valence band. This is what is valence band. And what another orbital is there, they are saying that is conduction band. Okay, this is the empty orbital, and that is what they are saying, this is the conduction band. Okay, and this is a field is that is valence band. Up now, dear students, what we are saying is, students, right? So this is the energy gap. So if the gap is less, if energy gap is less, if you talk about energy gap, okay, if energy gap is, student, that is less. So if energy gap is less means that is the conduction, and how much there is the zero gap is there. So that is what the conduction band. Now they see the valence band. The band having lower energy than the conduction band is the valence band. So that they are having the lower energy. The electron in the valence band are not free to move because they are tightly bound to the respective nuclide. So valence band, you see, student, band gap. The energy difference between valence band and conduction band is called band gap. The size of band gap decide whether the electron from valence band can be promoted to vacant conduction band or not. When gap is too large to promote electron from the valence band to vacant conduction band by thermal energy, it is called forbidden zone. When band gap is small, electron from the higher energy level in valence band can be promoted to conduction band by absorption of energy, such as thermal or electromagnetic, right? The electrical properties of magnetic conductors, insulator, and semiconductors are explained in terms of band theory as follow. Okay, so firstly we are going to understand that is already I explained now student the band theory. What the band theory I am saying is student, that orbitals are there, okay, orbitals, so they are forming molecular orbital, okay. So up now they are having, that is some gap will be there. Suppose the gap is small, so they are saying this is the semiconductor, okay. If gap is small, they are semiconductor. If gap, there is no gap, if there is no gap, so they are saying conductor, okay. And if the gap is very high, if gap is very high, this is what insulator, this is what insulator. Now this is the field, this is the field, this is the empty, okay. This is the field, okay. This is the empty, this is field, this is empty, right. And field is what is known as what, student, that is valence band, valence band. And this is what, that is conduction band. So what they are saying, in the case of semiconductor, this gap is 3 electron volt, so electron can be jump, but here is electron easily can be jump here, so it will be the conductor because no gap. And here is, that is 5 electron volt gap is there, so that is more gap is there, so the electron cannot jump, so it will be insulator. So that is what is concept. Let us move in the metals. Metals are good conductors of electricity. The outermost electron of the atom in the metallic crystal occupy conduction band. The number of electrons in the conduction band of metal is large. Hence, metal are good conductors of electricity. The conduction band in metals can be further labeled as band overlapping, S and P band, and so on. This depends on the atomic orbital involved in the band formation. Band formation in metallic conductor thus result in the delocalization of outermost electrons of all metals atom, leaving behind metal ions. This described as the cation metal are the emerge in the sea of electron. So here the sea, student. If you talk about the valence band, that is completely filled, you are finding. Oh no, little bit it is not filled, but here you see this is the back end. So what you are finding, there is no gap. So no gap means what, student? They will be the conductor. The cations of metal atom occupy lattice site, vibrate about the mean position at higher temperature. Metal cation undergo increased vibrations about their lattice sites. The flow of electron is interrupted by increased vibrational motion. As a result, conductivity of metal decreases with increase in temperature. Insulator. In insulator, the valence band is completely filled with electron and conduction band is empty. The valence band and conduction band in insulator are separated by large energy gap called forbidden zone, as shown in the thermal energy are insufficient to promote electron from valence band and conduction band. As a result, the conduction band remains vacant. The material is therefore insulator. Semiconductor. Electrical conductivity of semiconductor material is intermediate between that of the metal and insulators. The metallite, silicon and germanium are semiconductor. Like insulator, the valence band in the semiconductor is completely filled. Electron and conduction band is empty. However, the energy gap between the two bands are smaller than in the insulator. At the temperature above absolute zero, a few electrons in the valence band have enough thermal energy to jump through a small band gap and occupy higher energy conduction band. The conduction band thus become partially filled and the valence band become partially empty. The electron in conduction band are free to move when electric potential is applied to a semiconductor. It conducts a small amount of electricity. Such a pure semiconductor material which has a very low but finite electrical conductivity called intrinsic semiconductor. The electrical conductivity of semiconductor increases with increase in temperature. This is because the number of electron with insufficient energy or so as to get promoted to the conduction band increases, the temperature rises. Thus at high temperature there are more mobile electrons in the conduction band and more valence in the valence band than at lower temperature. In fact, semiconductors are insulator at low temperature and conductors at higher temperature. Extrinsic semiconductor and doping. The conductivity of semiconductor can be increased by doping. The process of addition of minute quantity of impurity to a substance is increase the conductivity is called doping. The added impurity is called dopant. A doped conductor semiconductor having higher conductivity of pure semiconductor is called extrinsic. There are two types of extrinsic semiconductor, namely N-type and P-type. So thank you so much for watching, friend. If you find this video helpful, please do like and subscribe the channel, and don't forget to comment, students. Thank you, students.